August 24th, 79 AD, the last normal day Pompeii will ever see. Right now, you have no idea. Nobody does. The mountain behind your city has been quiet for 800 years. Mount Vesuvius is just there, a landmark. Farmers grow grapes on its slopes. The soil is rich. The wine is excellent. But in about 12 hours, that mountain is going to explode with the force of several nuclear bombs. It will bury your entire city under 20 feet of ash. It will freeze Pompeii in time so perfectly that 2,000 years from now, archaeologists will find loaves of bread still sitting in ovens. Today, though, today is just another day. You wake up in your villa, nothing fancy by wealthy Roman standards, but comfortable. Pompeii is a resort town. Rich Romans come here to escape Rome's summer heat. Your house is built around a central courtyard, the atrium. The walls are painted with frescoes, bright reds, deep blues. Your favorite shows a garden scene, so realistic you could almost walk into it. Your slave is already up, preparing breakfast. Bread, cheese, olives, honey, wine mixed with water. Yes, wine for breakfast. The streets outside are already noisy. Pompeii is a city of 20,000 people packed into 160 acres. Normal city sounds. Mount Vesuvius rises behind everything, perfectly cone-shaped, covered in green vegetation. Beautiful, peaceful. It's been quiet your entire life. There's no reason to think today will be different, but it will be, in the worst possible way.
The public baths open at dawn and you're there early, because in Pompeii, the baths aren't just about getting clean. They're where everything happens. Business deals, gossip, politics, social life. The building is magnificent. 3 different bathing rooms, the Caldarium, Tepidarium, and Frigidarium. The floors are heated from below. Hypocaust system, brilliant Roman engineering. Slaves tend furnaces beneath the floor, keeping the water at perfect temperatures. You start in the hot room. Steam rises from the pool. The heat is intense. Other men are already here. All men in the morning. Women have their own hours. You recognize Marcus, the cloth merchant. Gaius, who owns olive groves outside the city. Titus, whose family has been in Pompeii since before it was Roman. The conversation is typical. Gladiator games scheduled for next month. The upcoming election for Duumvir, the town's highest office. Someone's daughter getting married. Grain prices. A new shipment of garum, that fermented fish sauce Romans put on everything, just arrived from Spain. Nobody mentions the mountain. Why would they? Actually, that's not quite true. There have been earthquakes, small ones, for weeks now. Little tremors that rattle the wine cups. Nothing major. Pompeii had a big earthquake 17 years ago, damaged a lot of buildings. But they rebuilt. That's what you do. Some people have been nervous. There's talk that the wells have been drying up. Springs that used to run clear are muddy. Animals acting strange. Dogs barking at nothing. Birds flying in weird patterns. But Marcus dismisses it. The mountain has been there forever. It's not going anywhere. He's right and catastrophically wrong at the same time. You move to the cold plunge. The shock of icy water after the hot bath is invigorating. This is living. This is civilization. Clean water piped into the city through aqueducts. Heated floors. Social spaces where free men can gather as equals. Well, mostly equals. Class still matters, but in the baths, you're all naked Romans. You dry off and head to the exercise yard. Some men are wrestling. Others play ball games. The attendant offers to scrape your skin with a strigil, that curved metal tool Romans use instead of soap. The morning is perfect. Mediterranean sun, clean body, good company. In 12 hours, this building will collapse. The people here with you, many won't survive the night. But right now, everything is fine. The Forum is the heart of Pompeii, and by mid-morning, it's packed. This rectangular plaza is surrounded by the most important buildings in the city. The Temple of Jupiter on the north end, looking directly at Vesuvius. The Temple of Apollo. The Basilica where legal cases are heard. Government offices. The market building where grain is bought and sold. You're here to meet with a wine merchant from Rome. Your vineyard had a good year. Wine from Vesuvius's slopes is famous. Something about the volcanic soil makes the grapes exceptional. The marketplace is overwhelming. Vendors shouting in Latin, Greek, and dialects you can't quite place.
The smell of fresh bread mixing with fish and incense from the temples. A slave auction is happening in one corner. You try not to look. It's normal. Slavery is the foundation of the Roman economy, but it's still uncomfortable. Political graffiti covers the walls. Vote for Gaius Julius Polybius for Edile. Claudia loves Severus. Romans write everything on walls. Future archaeologists will love this. Your wine contact arrives. He's wearing a toga, mark of a citizen, and looks prosperous. The negotiation is friendly but sharp. He knows wine. The price is agreed upon. You'll deliver 30 amphorae next month. Next month. That's the tragedy of this conversation. Next month doesn't exist for Pompeii. You notice more tremors. Small ones. Barely noticeable. Some people pause, look around nervously, then continue. Earthquakes are common here. No big deal. Someone points at Vesuvius. Look at the mountain. You look. It looks normal. Maybe. The top seems hazier than usual. Could be clouds. Could be smoke. It's nothing, someone says. Probably just the gods making sacrifices. Everyone laughs. Back to business. The forum continues its chaos. Merchants negotiating. Lawyers arguing cases in the basilica. Priests conducting ceremonies at the temples. Children running between the columns playing chess. Normal day. Normal city. Normal life. 5 hours from now, nothing here will be normal ever again.
Lunchtime in Pompeii means stopping at a Thermopolium, essentially ancient Roman fast food. The counter is marble with large clay pots, dolia set into it, keeping food hot. You can smell what's on offer before you even see it. Lentil stew, roasted meat, some kind of fish preparation swimming in garum sauce, bread, and wine. Always wine. Most Pompeians don't cook much at home. Too dangerous. Fire risk in these crowded wooden structures. Easier to eat out. The city has dozens of these Thermopolia. This one, near the Forum, is always busy. You order the stew and a cup of wine. The owner knows you. Heard you closed that deal with the Roman merchant, he says. News travels fast in a city this size. The other customers are a mix. Working men on lunch break. Slaves sent to fetch food for their masters. A couple of gladiators from the amphitheater, easily identified by their physiques and scars. Everyone eats standing or perched on the few stools available. The conversation is typical working-class Roman. Complaints about rent. Excitement about the upcoming Gladiator games. Someone's concerned about those earthquakes. Another person mentions the sulfur smell near the mountain. It's been there forever, one man says. It's not going to suddenly wake up. If only he knew. You finish eating. The food is heavy, greasy, probably not great for you, but it's filling and cheap. This is daily life for most Pompeians. Quick meals from street vendors, long working hours, entertainment at the amphitheater and baths, worship at the temples, gossip at every opportunity. Through the doorway, you can see Mount Vesuvius. From this angle, it dominates the skyline. The haziness at the top is more pronounced now. It almost looks like smoke, but that can't be right. A small tremor shakes the building. Wine sloshes in cups. Conversation pauses, then continues. The gods are restless today, someone jokes. People laugh. The moment passes. In about 4 hours, Vesuvius will explode with such force that the ash column will rise 15 miles into the sky. Pompeii will be pelted with pumice stones. The city will darken as ash blocks out the sun. People will try to flee. Many won't make it. But right now, lunch is over, and you have afternoon work to attend to. Life goes on for a few more hours.
The amphitheater is Pompeii's pride. Built around 70 BC, it's one of the oldest permanent stone amphitheaters in the Roman world. It holds 20,000 people, more than the entire population of the city. This afternoon, there's no formal games, but gladiators are training. You stop to watch. Everyone does. Gladiators are celebrities, ancient sports stars. The famous ones have fan clubs. Women throw themselves at them. Graffiti proclaims their prowess. The training is brutal. 2 fighters circling each other with wooden swords, shields, protective gear. The crack of wood on wood. Grunt of exertion. Their trainer, a former gladiator himself, shouting corrections. The walls are covered in graffiti. Celadus the Thracian makes the girl swoon. The gladiator crescent is the net fighter and the girl's idol. Romans are shameless about their celebrity worship. The seating is organized by social class. The best seats are for local officials and wealthy citizens. Higher up, the common people. The very top for women and slaves. Roman society in microcosm. You're here because the next games are in 2 weeks and you're considering sponsoring a fighter. It's expensive but prestigious. Good for business. Shows you're a valued member of the community. Except there won't be gains in 2 weeks. There won't be gains ever again. More tremors. The crowd barely react anymore. It's been happening all day. The ground shakes. Life continues. Someone points out that Vesuvius has a strange cloud formation above it now. Dark. Rising straight up, then spreading out horizontally. Like a pine tree? Weather phenomenon, someone explains confidently. It's not weather. It's the beginning of the end. In 3 hours, pumice stones will start falling from the sky. The amphitheater will empty as people flee in panic toward the harbour. Others will hide in their homes, sheltering in vain. But right now, the afternoon is pleasant. Everything is fine.
Late afternoon, and you stop at the Temple of Apollo. You're not particularly religious, but after all these tremors, it seems prudent to make an offering. The temple is beautiful. Columns rising toward the sky, statues of Apollo and Diana, the altar where animal sacrifices are performed, incense smoke creating a haze that catches the late afternoon light. A priest is conducting a ceremony for several families. Prayers in formal Latin. The sacrifice of a dove. Blood on the altar. This is how Romans communicate with gods, through gifts, through rituals performed exactly right. You leave a small offering, some wine, a bit of incense. You pray for prosperity, for health, for protection from whatever might be coming. The priest notices your concern. The mountain disturbs you. The earthquakes, you admit. The strange smoke. He nods thoughtfully. The gods are speaking, but whether in warning or in wrath. He shrugs. We make our offerings and trust they will protect the faithful. It's not particularly comforting. Other worshippers are here with similar concerns. The temples have been busy all day, people seeking reassurance, asking the priests to interpret signs, hoping the gods will explain what's happening. The priests don't know. Nobody knows. In the entire Roman world, nobody understands volcanoes. The concept doesn't exist yet. Pliny the Elder, a famous Roman admiral and natural philosopher, will observe the eruption from across the bay and die trying to rescue people. His nephew, Pliny the Younger, will write the only eyewitness account that survives. But right now, they're just going about their day, clueless about the catastrophe coming. The sun is setting. The strange cloud above Vesuvius is more pronounced now. It's huge, rising miles into the sky. The top is spreading out, creating that distinctive pine tree shape that will one day define Plinian eruptions. People are nervous now, really nervous. The tremors are constant. There's a sulfur smell in the air. Animals are going crazy, dogs barking non-stop, birds flying in panicked circles. But what can you do? Where would you go? This is your home. Your life is here. The priest completes the ceremony. May the gods protect Pompeii, he intones. They won't. In 2 hours, the nightmare begins. Around 1 p.m., roughly 7 hours ago, Vesuvius exploded. The sound was beyond description, a roar that physically hurt. The mountain's entire top section blew apart. Rock, ash, pumice, and gas erupted upward at speeds exceeding 100,000 cubic meters per second. The ash column rose 15 miles into the sky in minutes. It blotted out the sun. Pompeii went dark at midday. And then the stones started falling. Pumice, volcanic rock so light it floats on water, but falling from miles above with deadly force. First, small pieces, then larger, then fist-sized chunks raining down like hail from hell. You're in your house now, huddled with your family. The roof tiles are breaking under the weight of accumulating pumice. Each impact is a loud crack. The whole house shakes with each hit. Outside, the streets are chaos. People screaming, running. But where? The city gates are jammed with thousands trying to flee. Carts overturned, bodies trampled, The darkness is complete. Ash in the air makes it hard to breathe. The smell of sulfur is overwhelming. Every breath hurts. Your slave begs to leave. Master, we must go to the harbor. Maybe he's right. Maybe staying is death. But the pumice fall is intensifying. Stones the size of your fist are coming down constantly now. Going outside means getting hit. Repeatedly. Fatally. You make a choice that thousands of Pompeians are making right now. Shelter in place. Wait it out. Surely this will stop soon. It won't stop for 18 hours. The roof is sagging dangerously. The weight of pumice piling up. It's already 2 feet deep outside and rising. Roman roofs weren't built for this. Across the city, roofs are collapsing, crushing families who thought they were safe inside. You grab blankets, pillows, anything to shield your heads. You move to the strongest part of the house. The noise is constant. The fall of pumice, the screams outside, the rumble of the mountain, the crash of buildings collapsing. This is the apocalypse. Hours pass. The pumice fall doesn't stop. It's waist deep now, maybe higher. Hard to tell in the darkness. Around midnight, roughly now, the eruption will shift. The ash column will collapse. A pyroclastic surge, a superheated cloud of gas and ash moving at 100 miles per hour, will race down the mountain. It will hit Pompeii at 750 degrees Fahrenheit. Nothing survives that. But you don't know that's coming. You're still hoping, still waiting for it to end. The last thing many Pompeians will experience is that surge. Instant death. Bodies frozen in their final moments. Positions preserved in ash. Horror and humanity crystallized for millennia.
The pyroclastic surge hit Pompeii around 1 a.m. on August 25th. Superheated gas and ash moving faster than a hurricane. Death was instant. Bodies vaporized by the heat, leaving cavities in the hardening ash. In the 1860s, archaeologist Giuseppe Fiorelli realized these cavities were human-shaped. He poured plaster into them. The casts reveal Pompeii's final moments with heartbreaking clarity. A family huddled together, a man covering his face, a dog chained to a post, forever trying to escape, a pregnant woman, children, gladiators in their barracks, rich and poor, slave and free. Death made no distinctions. But the ash also preserved, perfectly. Pompeii remained buried for 1,700 years, forgotten, a legend. When excavations began in the 18th century, they found a city frozen in time. Bread still in ovens, wine jars still sealed, graffiti on walls reading "Marcus loves Julia," election posters, dirty jokes, grocery lists. A complete snapshot of Roman life on August 24th, 79 AD. The frescoes survived, those brilliant reds and blues that decorated your house. We can see them today. The Thermopolium where you ate lunch, it's there, counter and all. The amphitheater where you watched gladiators train, tourists walk its corridors now. Even the bodies in the gladiator barracks were found with their wounds and shackles intact. They died as they lived, enslaved fighters, trapped even in their final moments. The tragedy of Pompeii is that it was so ordinary. It wasn't Rome or Alexandria. It was a resort town, a place where wealthy Romans went on vacation, a city of merchants and craftsmen living unremarkable lives, until the mountain exploded and made them immortal. Modern volcanologists study Pompeii to understand pyroclastic surges. Archaeologists study it to understand Roman daily life. Historians study it to understand how quickly civilization can end. But maybe the real lesson is simpler. Nothing is permanent. Cities fall. Mountains explode. Normal days become catastrophes without warning. Pompeii is a time capsule of humanity's vulnerability. A reminder that we live on a dynamic planet that doesn't care about our plans or our prosperity. The last day of Pompeii started like any other. Breakfast, the baths, the forum, business and gossip and life. And then it ended. Completely. Violently. Forever. But in ending, Pompeii gave us something extraordinary, a perfect window into ancient Roman life. Preserved not by intention, but by catastrophe. 2,000 years later, we walk the same streets. We see the same frescoes. We read the same graffiti. And we remember that August day when time stopped and a city became a monument to both human civilization and nature's terrible power.